What is going on, everybody? We are back with another wrestling review. This is CCW, and I'm Nick.
And I'm Joe, aka Scrooge.
Joe is playing Mr. Scrooge, and I am, I guess, the ghost of Christmas Future. Is that the Grim Reaper one?
Oh, I don't remember. When I watched that story, I watched the Muppets version.
See, when I watch it, I watch the Scrooged version because it's got Bill Murray in it, and it's funny.
Muppets.
See, I don't like
Like bah
Muppets.
humbug. You like wrestling? Bah humbug.
Joe did not like tonight's Dynamite, guys. I
I
didn't
did not.
I
Bah
didn't
humbug.
I didn't love it, but I didn't think it was bad. Um, we're back in the Hammerstein Ballroom, which I'm tired of seeing this place, but it is what it is. Uh, and we got Brian Danielson, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur on commentary. And unfortunately, our first match of the night, we've also got Don Callis
Don
on
Callis.
commentary because it's OC versus Konosuke Takeshita, which is actually my match of the night.
Eh, it was fine.
I actually thought they ended up having a pretty good match.
Hold on, let me roll through the Rolodex of my mind here. Yeah, it probably was the match of the night because the fucking main event was bleh. So yeah, this was not a bad match. This was the high point of the show. It's all downhill from here.
OC tried to get a couple of quick early pins. One of them even getting a kick. Takeshita getting a kick out like right at 3. But yeah, pretty decent overall match. Takeshita and OC had an excellent back and forth at the end where OC tried to get a pin. Talk then tried to do the Raging Fire. OC reversed that into a pin, and then Talk ended up reversing it back into the Raging Fire.
Yep,
Um,
the right person won.
yeah, it was a good move. It was a good match. I enjoyed it. Then
Yeah,
we
I had no problems. It was fine.
then we get a vignette, which was Gabe Kidd talking shit about Darby. Really enjoyed this little promo, and I personally hope we get Gabe Kidd full time in AEW at some point. I don't know
They're
if
gonna
we
have to
will.
do something because he comes and goes, and because he's not there all the time, I don't fucking care. And he's done one thing, and it's the Death Rider stuff with Darby.
Joe would have been a terrible, terrible territories fan.
No, they had continuous things, and then they went away.
They moved
He's
around all
just
the time, though.
done. But they had programs in the territory for like weeks, and then they moved on.
Every now and again, he's there for like 3 or 4 straight weeks. It just doesn't happen often.
He doesn't do any damn thing.
He gets dragged away in body bags.
Just hanging out with Yuta and fucking
Maybe.
Daniel Garcia ain't good for nobody.
Maybe he thinks they're cool people. Maybe he thinks they're cool people.
I hope not.
Me too. Because Gabe Kidd is probably the coolest one of them all, except for maybe Mox.
Dude, I liked all his stuff he did with Omega when Omega came back. What was that, last year? At last year's Wrestle Kingdom?
Earlier this year, I think.
Yeah, well, damn, I'm just talking like it's still, like it's already 2026. Um, but yeah, he's got a vicious side to him. He's a good worker. He just disappears for a long time. And I get it. Yeah, he's a New Japan hire, blah, 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 blah. But yeah.
I am personally looking forward to the carnage that will be just this dude fucking Darby up. Now, do I think Darby's going to win? Yes. However, it's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell.
It's going to be spectacle for spectacle's sake, unfortunately.
Oh shucks. So then we get the okay. So vignette, Bang Bang Gang, kind of annoyed me here because it was like, hey, we won a Chicago street fight with FTR, and then you hear Juice go, I'm I had you pinned, but you got your foot on the ropes. So let's get rid of the ropes. And I'm like, is this not pushing the goalpost back? Like, You didn't complete the match in a normal fashion, and you're like, but since I couldn't beat you because ropes were there, if we take the ropes away, I'm gonna get the win. Like, this is stupid to me. I love Bang Bang Gang. I love Juice Robinson, but this angle sucks.
They come up with something else. Say without Stokely You could have said without Stokely interfering, we would have won because we had you beat. You didn't have to use the ropes as an excuse. They came across whiny instead of justified.
Right. So yes, I was not a fan of this segment. And it's a Chicago street fight because nothing could just be a fucking hardcore match. No, no. There's always got to be a special name to it. It's got to be a Chicago street fight or a Texas death match or whatever you want to call it. It's a hardcore. Just call it a hardcore match. That's all it is.
Or a Rochester reach around. All these different things.
Then we get match 2, which is Joe Stinker of the night. I loved it. It was Mascara Dorada versus Roderick Strong in the Blue League. After this match was over, I immediately messaged her. I was like, "You're gonna hate tonight."
Ding, ding, ding. Tell him what he's want. This is still not the stinker of the night. The stinker of the night goes to the women's match, but this was fucking horseshit. Like, why even have Roddy in the tournament? Have somebody else take all these L's.
He's gonna lose next week too. So,
fuck, who's he got left? He's only got one person left, and it's Claudio.
Right. So,
and it would have to be on Collision as well because the tournament ends Saturday.
Right.
So we're gonna get that on Saturday. Tomorrow.
Here is what I think they're doing. So Dorada won, and the reason
no one cared.
The reason I knew Dorada was going to win was there is one moment specifically in the match where Excalibur brings up the fact that Dorada and Takeshita are wrestling tomorrow on Collision, and the two of them are the leaders of this bracket.
No, because Takeshita's still like a point up.
I said they are,
even with him winning.
I said they are the leaders. You're right. But if Dorada wins, Dorada's going to go on to face the best person in the other league. Remember, that's how they're doing it this year.
Which is like 4 fucking people. What, are they going to have a battle royal for the fucking win?
No, but I think that's where they're going to go. Okay, so, and we'll get there in a second. So, for this one specifically, they set it up so that this one specific match on this side is going to be the one that matters most, because if Takeshita wins, somebody else is going to take second place. And I don't know who it is. If Dorada wins, he takes second place. He's fighting to stay in the tournament. Like, the ball's in his hands. However, I don't think he's going to win against whoever he wrestles tomorrow.
Yeah, because the finals are Saturday, so Takeshita is clearly winning. And I don't know what the hell's coming out of the Gold League.
You're thinking of it. You're not thinking of what this is leading to, though. I'm saying I don't think Dorada is going to win tomorrow. I think someone else is going to get that second place spot in their Blue League to go on to face the number 1 spot in the Gold League. Now, with that being said, I actually thought the match was well wrestled.
Sure. I liked when Roddy dumped him on his back on the apron.
He's like, I liked any time Roddy did something to hurt this man. Here's what I think is happening, though. I think Roddy is going to lose his last match as well. And I think this is going to be tied to his reluctance to even attempt to enjoy being around the conglomeration. He's going to blame them for all of his losses. And it's going to cause an issue between him and Kyle,
who hasn't been on TV since the last pay-per-view.
Right. We obviously don't know what's wrong with Kyle. I don't know if he's actually out with a real legit injury or if it was just like time off type thing. But one of two things is going to happen. Either he's going to realize that being around the conglomeration isn't that bad, or it's going to cause a rift. and he's going to lose his shit. I do think that is where we're going with Roddy's story.
I hope he loses his shit, and then he wants to fight Briscoe for the TNT title, since Briscoe's like the head guy of the conglomeration.
Now that would actually be a good match.
I agree.
I would enjoy that.
And they've probably wrestled each other 100 times.
Probably. We get an okay ramp. Okay, no, it's not even okay. On ramp is what I wrote on, and I read okay for some reason. We had an on ramp segment between Jamie Hayter and Chris Statlander. They're brought out by Renee to have a conversation. Chris bombs this promo, dude, and I'm telling you,
she should never be allowed near a microphone.
It's not her worst promo, but everything she says sounds like she's reading a script. Everything.
Yeah. Her pre-tapes are so much better than her actual in-ring promos. And I don't know if it's a comfort thing or what, but...
And then they both start to argue. They both start kissing their own arms. And I'm over the both of them. I want neither of them to win. I want somehow, some way for this title to end up vacant. I don't know how you pull this off at this point, but I hate them both.
Both of them get hurt. Both of them get hurt in the match. Is about the only way you're getting them both to be taken out of the equation.
At least make it a minor injury that only keeps them out for like 2 weeks, but long enough for Tony to be like, "Hey, this could be 3 months, so I'm gonna have to take the title off of you, and they can come back a little bit soon." I need something to happen because I hate them both, not as people, as this presentation.
The way their characters are being presented on screen at this moment.
Like,
and Hayter's presentation since she's come back has been shit anyways.
Like, I
don't get the whole 70s hair and aesthetic. I don't get it.
Like, this thing happened and I thought I couldn't care any less about this match, and I was wrong. Like, I might now use that time to take a shower. I don't care.
Or another word that starts with S.
I hate to be
it's
like
the
that, dude.
Break match.
Like,
hey, if at least we're getting an awesome tag team match.
I used to look forward to Toni Storm as the world champ. Like, man, I can't wait to see her match because her match is going to be a banger. Now I'm like, man, I can't wait for this match to come on so I can get a banger, as in bang my head against this fucking table, because I don't want to watch it.
You know what the crazy thing will be?
It'll be the best fucking match on the card.
The match will probably end up being good.
Anyways, that's my stinker segment of the night, but it's not my stinker match of the night.
I agree. The segment was awful.
Here's my stinker match of the night: MJF versus created character number 32.
I also didn't like this, and I didn't like the segment that followed it.
I love the segment that followed it.
I don't. They talked for fucking way too long.
See, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like they talked that long. In fact, I was kind of hoping they'd talk a little bit more. But, MJF came out, had a collision-style squash match with some dude that doesn't matter. Sorry, Dustin. I know your actual name's Dustin Waller. I did write it down. But we don't know who you are, and we won't remember you next week.
Yeah, you literally didn't do anything but put the guy over, which was your job. Good job doing your job.
You got one really, really nice chest chop in that did leave a red mark on MJF's chest, and he slapped the shit out you for it.
Yeah, he no-sold it.
But it was a good chop. It rang. It echoed.
It made a noise.
And I'm curious if MJF didn't like pop him for real when he slapped the shit out of him.
Well, you have to pop him for real, otherwise it looks terrible on TV.
MJF gets a DDT in, gets the Salt of the Earth finishing move, goes to grab a mic, and then all of a sudden Hangman's music plays. And Hangman shows up somewhere in the crowd, and he's got a mic on him, and then all of a sudden Swerve's music plays. Swerve shows up in another part, also not with a mic. He didn't have a mic because he ended up using Hangman's later. So they're in the crowd, and Hangman's like, basically, regardless of what you want to, like, he basically called him out for all of the childish remarks that he made last week. All of the edgy shit talking, which I did enjoy. I'm not making fun of MJF myself. He
No,
was
because MJF talked and talked and talked and still wasn't the one who talked the longest during that promo segment last week.
correct.
I think Hangman's
Surprisingly,
still talking.
Hangman had the shortest amount of mic time tonight. Thank
Thank
goodness.
God. Swerve's music hit and I literally popped. Like, thank God he's going to shut up now.
But I really enjoyed what Hangman had to say, and at the end of it, he was like, "It doesn't matter what you're gonna say tonight. You're gonna get your ass beat." And I was like, "That's what I want from my Hangman. Just be an asshole."
You know what this makes me think?
Huh.
MJF's totally winning the title.
Oh, we'll get there. So, for no reason at all, the Ops Dojo shows up just to get their ass beat. Like, that's it. They show up, they run out, they rush the ring, they get their ass beat. That's it. It doesn't even take 10 seconds. They run quicker and less awkwardly than Brody King, and they get to the ring, and they just get their ass beat.
Yeah.
Joe shows up on the screen, and he's like, "Hey, everyone claims to have unending hate for me, but I feel like this hatred spreads further between all of you." He's like, "And I'm going to come for all of you one by one." And he said, "Hit your little catchphrase, send the people home happy. I'll see you soon."
I liked what Joe said.
I did too.
He kept it simple.
And then after Joe said that, Hangman ends up hitting MJF with a chain. Swerve hits a house call. I thought we were about to get a stare down between Hangman and Swerve, but then Hangman wrapped a chain around MJF's throat, and Swerve got the mic and was like, "You don't hate the crowd. You actually love everyone. You love the likes, the retweets, the responses. It feeds your ego." He said, you want to run around calling, making fun of people, calling people names. I don't remember how. I didn't write the entire thing because he was talking pretty quick. Quicker than I could type. But he basically said that MJF is more like Diddy than he would ever be.
Yeah, because MJF called him Diddy last week.
And he was like, "You know what the difference between me and you is? I make everyone around me better." He's like, "You just tear everybody down that ends up around you." And he listed off everybody he's ever worked with and how like none of them are around
Pinnacle,
doing anything.
Wardlow.
Really loved what Swerve had to say. And listen, the Swerve Hangman feud is awesome, and these two are going to end up fighting. They're going to fight at this pay-per-view because they're both going to be gunning for that championship. But I will tell you what, there is a part of me deep down inside that hopes these two go on like a little 4 to 6 month tag team run. Because I think the two of them together have a very great vibe of just wanting to murder people. And I love it. Joe didn't like any of it. That's okay.
I thought it was fine. It was long.
Joe can only handle 5-minute talk segments.
No, that's not true. It's not true. I just don't like things that start so far in the crowd. I feel every time something starts in the crowd and then you come down and then you have a talk, it reminds me too much of Jey Uso, and it just drives me crazy.
Honestly, I think this would be way more stomachable if it wasn't for the fact that it's not just these two that have done it. It's not just Jey Uso that's done it. There's also every member of Death Riders start off in the crowd.
Probably right.
The
You're
Shield.
probably right.
Everybody from the Shield.
It's just been done to death.
It's
I can
overdone.
I can agree with that.
It is way overdone.
Agreed.
And more so because of Jey Uso. I'm going to be honest with you. Because at least the Shield always beelined it to the ring, and they didn't stop to dance.
He's out there fucking kissing babies and shit. Like he's running for office or something.
Next up, we get a backstage segment. It's the Babes of Wrath, just being the Babes of Wrath, which was actually pretty fun.
Yeah. No complaints there.
And then we get the Dynamite Diamond Ring Finals.
And I hated it.
Bandito versus Ricochet.
This match booking made no sense.
It makes all the sense. All the sense. Bandito, we've already talked about this, and we'll go into it. Bandito came out in Brody King gear. I will say, Bandito might have an uglier punch than Logan Paul. It's close. I'm not sure which is worse. But honestly, the rest of the wrestled match was fine. I got to see a really cool reversal from Ricochet on the 21 plex. Um, Bandito went to go do the 21 plex, and Ricochet flipped out of it. Uh, GOA does try to get involved towards the end of the match, and Bandito still manages to roll Ricochet up for the win and wins the Dynamite Diamond Ring. He won so that he could go on to face MJF at Maximum Carnage. And I think MJF
can use the ring
is
to win.
taking that ring from him. I don't think it's going to be in a way that's like it's his ring. He's just going to take it.
He's just gonna snatch it.
Absolutely.
He's not even gonna. It's not even gonna be like the ring versus the title, like we kind of talked about.
Yeah, I don't even think it's gonna be ring versus title. Now, could it be?
Yeah, maybe.
They'll have. I think it's like what 2 weeks in between World's End and Maximum Carnage.
Something like that. It's the week after. It's not the first week of January. It's the second week, I believe.
When is Maximum Carnage 2026? January 15th and 16th. Oh no, that was this year. January 14th.
Yeah, so the second.
So it'll be about 3
full
weeks.
week.
3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks from now, it's the second full week of January.
So they'll have time to build up a story because I've thought ever since he entered himself into the match, I've thought MJF was going to win.
Well, he kind of has to, otherwise his little cash-in gimmick thing was for naught.
Right. Unless he does want to be more serious about just really acting, which is also a possibility.
Then why even come back now? To do like a month-long thing and then go do something else?
Yeah. To get to cash in the stupid contract, just to get it done with, because you got to think. He's probably only got like so long to actually use it.
It's a year.
Yeah. And if he's like being serious about all these movie things, but again, I don't think that's the case. I think he's going to win. Guess what? Spoiler on the prediction show, everybody.
We're both picking MJF.
I've been locked in on MJF since he walked out.
Sure. Again, he's got the gimmick, so I mean, it only makes sense, right? You gotta cash the gimmick in.
And you also,
if he doesn't win it with it, then it decreases the value of the gimmick when they go to run that thing again.
And Christian already lost his, so I mean, someone's got to win it. And if it's going to be anybody, it might as well be MJF.
Especially since they kept changing the rules on him and stuff, so it again kind of justifies his heel character a little bit as well.
Right. And I will say this, not that this matters because obviously predictions are predictions, you're either right or you're wrong. If he doesn't win, it will be Samoa Joe. I do not see either of the faces winning at all.
Agreed.
And I think what's going to happen inevitably are the faces are going to work really well together for most of the match, just taking out the other two. But at some point, they're going to go at each other, and when they go at each other is when someone's going to slip in and steal the victory.
Who do we think eats the pin?
If MJF wins, Seabiscuit.
I agree.
If Swerve wins, or if it's Swerve that takes the pin, it's going to be Joe.
I agree. Look at that. Look at us being on the same page.
Either way, it is a match I'm looking forward to because it's four of their best wrestlers in one match. So I'm good.
Yeah. Once Max got involved, it piqued my interest a lot more. Swerve made it tolerable because I did not want to see Hangman and Joe again.
Right. We had that 2 times in a row already.
Yeah, and neither match was really all that good. The most memorable thing was Joe was bleeding a whole lot for some reason.
He ate the steel cage.
Yeah, that's probably right.
So yeah. That's not the end of the show. I was like, we're done.
I wish.
That's on the wrong page. Kind of backstage. Darby Allin is jumped by Gabe Kidd. The screen goes black for some reason, and you just hear the sounds. I think it's supposed to play like, oh, the video feed cut out because they ran into the camera. Because you can still hear the sounds of like pipes and stuff being thrown around and stupid shit like that.
Who can tell when they're when they have issues with audio and video all the time? So it's hard to even tell.
But Gabe asks Darby at some point. The screen comes on. Uh, they 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 look at the steps, and Gabe looks at him and goes, "Hey Darby, are you feeling nostalgic?" And immediately I was like, "Oh, he's gonna toss him back down the stairs. Let's go."
As soon as the video went back on and the big flight of stairs was in the background, you knew what was going to happen.
And he did. He took him up there and then kicked him down. It was great times. Yeah, this just makes me even more excited for their match Saturday. I'm ready for Unbridled Carnage. As long as I have one Unbridled Carnage match per pay-per-view, I'm good. I'm good. And it's almost always going to be Darby involved in them because he doesn't mind coming close to dying.
But you're getting a Chicago street fight as well.
Listen, let's be real. Let's be real. This Chicago street fight that we're going to get is going to be on the pre-show, and it's not going to matter.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing I don't understand. Unless the Bang Bang Gang has some backup coming, doesn't this favor FTR because Stokely can just get involved and not be DQ'd for it? Am I not supposed to think the baby faces are that dumb?
Yeah, so let me see. Colton Gunn doesn't have an estimated return date because
he blew his ACL, didn't he? Wasn't it a knee?
Okay. So Colton Gunn suffered a knee injury in July 2025 on collision, sidelining him, quote-unquote, indefinitely with no estimated return date, though reports from late 2025 suggest his brother Austin... Oh, see, they just mixed up. See, this is why I hate AI. So as of September...
Yeah, he ain't coming back anytime soon. He's got to be at least 9 months.
So, yeah, they still don't know. So here's what I'm thinking. There might be a chance. I don't know how long him or Switchblade were out for.
Switchblade's been out for fucking like over a year.
Oh, we're dumb. It don't even need to be Switchblade. Dude, they got Ace Austin.
Oh, yeah, well, fuck, they don't put that kid on TV.
Well, they do, about once every 2 weeks. Like, most people are only showing up on TV once every other week. Unless you're in the main event. Again, that is a problem that I see with having 655 people on your roster.
Preach.
But no, yeah, I could see Ace Austin getting involved. If obviously, I don't think Colton's going to be back with a knee injury. He'll probably be out till middle of next year. Maybe Switchblade's close to being back, but I don't remember what he went out for.
I thought it was a back or something.
What is Switchblade J White?
Hand and shoulder, according to AI.
Current injury. Hand injury requiring surgery, compounded with a shoulder issue. Potentially returning in 2026. So we still don't really know. So yeah, we don't know. But yeah, they've at least got Ace Austin. Ace Austin can help them if need be. Here's the thing. They're losing. It doesn't matter who's going to help them. They're not getting the titles from FTR. Not this version of Bang Bang Gang anyways.
Agreed.
I could see if Colton comes back and can string together, several matches without hurting themselves.
I still think Edge and Christian are eventually getting the titles off of Dax and Cash.
I think it's more likely that after FTR wins, Cope and Christian come out.
Agreed.
I thought that last pay-per-view too, though, but we don't know what is going on with everybody in the contract situations. So we shall see. Um, Match 5, Joe Stinker of the night. Mina Shirakawa versus Marina Shafir. I think I have finally figured out what it is I don't like about Mina.
Is it all the dumb dancing?
Kinda.
Oh, good.
That's a big part of it. Why does every Japanese wrestler come with one of two stereotypes? Either insane or kooky. That's it. The one the one Japanese woman that hasn't gone that way is being wasted on fucking SmackDown right now.
She's just being wasted in that company. That company does not know how to book her.
She's the only one that's come over from Japan that I can think of in recent memory that's not either super kooky or just super insane. That goes for the men too. That is the Japanese stereotype, and I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't really get it either.
Which, listen, sometimes kookie's all right, guys. We grew up with Kai and Tai. Shit was mostly funny. At
Choppy,
least
choppy.
choppy, choppy, pee pee. Uh, indeed. Listen.
Indeed.
Funny enough, I actually found out Funaki can actually speak perfect English.
Yeah.
But faked it for
His
TV.
son's wrestling right now. He
Is it?
just had a tag match with him and his son.
Nice.
Right?
He commentated at Hell in a Cell 2017. That's weird. Anyways,
Yeah, he was a part of the Japanese announce team forever.
right. So yeah, Mina drives me nuts. I don't. It's the dancing, and it's the same dance routine when she comes out, and then like she's also holding Tony Storm back, and it's 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 rough.
It's go back to ROH and do whatever you were doing there.
It's rough, and she's not as entertaining in the ring. At least,
You know who she is more entertaining than? Her opponent.
oh, and yeah. So her opponent, Marina Shafir. Anyways, these two wrestle. Marina wins. She does the mother's milk. Mina passed out. Cool. Moving on. Um, Marina was going to leave. The only part of this match that actually mattered, by the way. Marina was going to go leave, stopped, came back in, put Mina back in Mother's Milk. Tony Storm ran out to help Mina, and then got kicked in the face, and then fell on top of Mina. And Shafir left, gave the crowd the middle finger, even though she couldn't find where her exit was, and it was done.
Yeah, kind of made Mina and Tony look really bad.
Yeah. Backstage last week, apparently the Elite reunited, but the Bucks are out for the rest of the year because they're not cleared to wrestle because they just needed time off. Let's be real. We know what's really going on here.
It's not like their schedule is all that fucking hard. I don't know what the hell they would need time for. They started doing BTE again. Now they're exhausted.
Well, Kenny says he's got something that he should have taken care a little bit ago. That he's got to go take care of. I have a feeling that on Collision, we're going to get the challenge from Kenny to get his payback on Andrade. Now that Andrade can wrestle.
Yeah.
Because if you remember when Andrade showed up at the last pay-per-view,
he jumped him.
he jumped Kenny from behind. So that's what I think is going to happen. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
We'll see tomorrow.
It's something Don Callis related.
We'll see.
Obviously.
We'll see tomorrow. However, I am not happy that Collision doesn't start till 9. Why did you push it back an hour?
Yeah, so here's the thing. If it doesn't come on till 9, I won't be watching it tomorrow. We may have to record we may have to record Collision on Friday because Stranger Things comes out tomorrow night at 8, and I will be watching that until Kristen goes to bed.
Oh, you wouldn't have watched it anyways.
What, Collision?
Yeah, even if it started at 8.
Yeah, it would have had to have been like in the afternoon for me to watch it before.
Yeah, that was never on the table.
Well, it came on at like fucking 6 p.m. Last week.
What did it?
Yeah.
Wasn't it taped though? Anyways,
You think this one's live on Christmas?
it should be, but no. Um,
We'll figure it out.
that's fine. Honestly, we won't even. We'll probably not cover Collision, and we will just do our prediction show Friday night.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I've already told the people that I'm not doing D&D, so there's no worry about me staying there late. So yeah. Anyways, match 6, the main event: Pac versus Jungle Jack Perry. Pac and Jack, baby.
Yay.
Anyways, my first sentence was, "What is Jack Perry biting today?" We'll get there. We'll get there. So, late in the match, Jack Perry hits a knee, goes for a lazy pin. It gets reversed into a brutalizer. At which point, Pac was really, really, really trying to get this brutalizer. Like, it was the only thing on this man's mind. This man was spamming A button by Jack's head.
Well, he had him locked in for a long time, so he had him weak.
This man was just spamming A. All right, he was going to town on this one move. His spirit was dropping down though, because you can't do the same move over and over again and continue to raise your spirit meter. So what ended up happening was Jack finally bit his finger, got out. He hit the R button, got out of the brutalizer. He then rolled Pac up for the win. And here's the thing: I don't mind this outcome. I don't mind the way it was won if it wasn't for the fact that we had already had one roll up win in this tournament today.
Yeah, it's like their agents don't communicate with each other to find out what the finishes of the other matches are.
So that's my only complaint with this. Otherwise, it was a fine wrestled match. I was entertained. Pac didn't absolutely suck. He's on a string of at least a couple of entertaining matches in a row for me.
So you know the animation that Perry Saturn uses when he locks in the rings of Saturn in Revenge?
Oh, you mean the one that Pac absolutely did because he leaned back and was like moving his head around?
That's all I thought of during this match.
Funny enough, that's not even the first time this month that thought specifically has popped in my head, because there was somebody that actually in wrestling, I don't remember who, got the rings of Saturn on somebody, and I was mad they weren't spinning their head around in circles. I was like, there's only one way I know that move, and you're not doing it.
Well, at least we were on the same page there. Nice.
But I definitely saw it. And I thought it was funny. Now, I am the opposite of you. We've talked about this. I am super intrigued that everyone has 6 points in this side of the bracket.
I am not.
Because that means 3 people are going to win and 3 people are going to lose.
That means you're still going to have too many damn people tied.
So here's what I do think is going to happen. I think we're going to get the 3 matches to finish out. All the matches that are going to finish out are going to be done on Collision. It's going to be done. We're going to know who all the top people are. Now, with that being said, we are going to run into a problem where there are 3 people that are going to all have a tied score going into this, unless there's a tie somewhere, which is also possible. Don't forget, ties are only worth 1 point. So we could get a tie, because the only thing we really need, Tony loves his top 2s. He had the top 2 for the Dynamite Battle Royal Ring, whatever it was. And now it only matters if you're in the top two of the two sides. Um, so one of two things is going to happen. Somebody can get a tie. We'll get our top two regardless if that happens. If we do get three legit actual winners, which is like I said, it's possible. I would guess we would probably at the pay-per-view during the pre-show have a three-way dance to see who actually wins that bracket, and then they will go on to wrestle two more matches because there's this. It's going to be interesting to see what they do because the top player in the gold bracket is playing the second place in the blue bracket. And the top player in the blue bracket is playing the second place in the gold bracket. And then the winner of those two matches are going on for the actual winning side. Like, whoever wins, that's who wins the C2. Now, we all know who it's going to be. We know it's going to be Takeshita versus Okada. It's inevitable.
Well, we hope anyways.
Yeah, it fucking better be. Unless they just do something wild that at least makes sense. Regardless, we're gearing up towards a Okada Takeshita match. Another option I see happening is somehow, some way, and listen, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm going to sit here and do all the math to figure out how we can get it, but I can also see the final match of the night being a three-way dance between all three of the Don Callis family members.
That would be interesting.
I would love it if that's what happened. Like, that would be my personal dream scenario.
Yeah.
And actually, I know how it can happen.
Explain.
Okada or Fletcher. Say Fletcher ends up in second place. Okada's in first place.
Right.
Fletcher would then go on to wrestle Takeshita. Okada would go on to wrestle whoever's in second place on the other side. Okada would win, and if Fletcher and Takeshita tie, that would make it a three-way dance.
The second place person in the blue league's probably going to be Mox. It's either going to be Mox or Claudio. Claudio's got 7 points.
Right.
He's currently in second.
So that is how they could get it to be the three of them, if depending on how Tony wants to do the rules. For all we know, listen, Tony is a man who just makes shit up as he goes, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
And he just hangs it. He just goes, I book for the sickos, which is himself. He books for himself.
He's booking for the rest of us too. I'm enjoying it.
Totally books for himself.
Listen, they just had like the best year for me since I've been watching in wrestling.
Hey, according to the segments they ran tonight for advertising, they were promotion of the year from many different outlets, which they should be.
Yep. For them specifically, I don't mean that overall, guys. No one is ever beating the Attitude Era in terms of what I think is the best time to be a wrestling fan. For me.
And if you look at ratings and popularity, the history tends to prove our point there.
Right. But yes, that's the end of. Oh, I'm sorry. Match ended. Luchasaurus came out, and the two of them handed out gifts and cookies to the crowd. And that was how the show ended. Not that any of that actually mattered.
Santa Dinosaur.
Yeah. Lucha Claus. I like Lucha Claus.
Yeah, Lucha Claus sounds a little better.
Lucha Claus and his elf.
It's a little too on the nose.
Listen, guys. I like Jack Perry, okay? He's not my favorite, but I do find him enjoyable.
I don't like Jack Perry. He ruined CM Punk in AEW.
Listen, Tony Khan ruined CM Punk and AEW.
You're very right. You're very right.
I love AEW, but we're gonna call a spade a spade. All right, like no, that motherfucker didn't do his job. He didn't sit down with people and didn't tell them to stop being children.
Yep.
That is your job as a boss. Do your
Yep.
job.
Do your fucking job. Sorry. Just reminds me of the guy we sat near at All Out that was just complaining about referees the entire night.
I'm sorry. That would have been.
That's all he did all night. What the fuck is this? Do your fucking job. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
He was into it.
So yeah, I am kind of looking forward to Collision tomorrow. We'll see how things go. Like I said, we probably won't cover Collision. Friday we'll do our prediction show. And then Saturday is World's End. I've already bought and paid for.
I haven't bought it yet.
So,
but I will.
I had to make sure because I was running out of money.
I better do this now while I still have some.
It's easier to stretch money thin when there's not as much there. And I didn't want to run into a situation where like I went like grocery shopping and did some other things, which don't get me wrong, I still went grocery shopping. That did not get left off the table, guys. But listen, feeding my family is the most important thing. But like as far as like my game buying habits, like I just keep increasing my fucking backlog for no reason. Like I'm just like, oh, games are on sale. I'll never listen. The likelihood that I will ever play Quantum Break ever again is like there's like a 10% chance. Now that I've owned it, it's probably like a 15 to 20% chance.
You'll get around to it. You know how many times I've played that? Well, I love those games.
But
well,
I love that game. That's still to this day my second favorite Remedy game.
Behind Max Payne.
Oh, fuck, I don't even include those because those were published by Rockstar. I'm just about
still a Remedy game.
Pure Remedy, like no extra publishing, like they publish their own type stuff, like within the Remedy universe. Because listen,
the Remedy connected universe. Okay, well then Quantum Break's out because it's not in the Remedy connected universe.
It's real to me, damn it.
Fucking Xbox holding on to the rights, not letting them use it.
Listen, just because you change some initials around doesn't mean it's a completely different character. We know better, and I got past that part on Alan Wake 2. It's canon. Fuck that.
Mr. Tim Breaker, i.e. Time Breaker.
Now, with that being said, though, none of them games are holding a candle to any of the three Max Paynes for me. Not a fucking one of them. Like, if we're going,
Max Payne 3 is not a Remedy game, so
if okay, my bad too. Same difference. Listen, it's still Max Payne. But yeah,
not quite Max Payne.
Oh no, it is absolutely Max Payne.
It's got the similar gunplay, but it, as far as story and structure and film noir-y type presentation, it's very much not Max Payne.
No, they did a lot of going back.
It is a very fun third-person shooter, but it doesn't really seem all that Max Payne-y to me.
Listen, it does to me. Okay, in fact, anything in that genre with bullet time and stuff like that is a Max Payne game to me. Okay, Stranglehold was an amazing Max Payne game to me. Okay,
Dead to Rights on
Dead
Xbox.
to Rights, amazing Max Payne game to me. No, seriously though, Max Payne 1 and 2, since we're being technical, is like the top of the top for me from Remedy. The top of the top. Like I haven't even beaten 2. Okay, top of the top for me.
Oh, Max Payne 2 is my favorite Max Payne game. Not my favorite Remedy game though.
I only got stuck in an office with like almost no ammo, which is why I didn't beat it.
Yeah, there's some pretty tough parts in that game.
But yeah, no, Max Payne 1, I just recently went back and beat this year, actually, earlier this year.
I just bought them from the Steam sale. I bought 1 and 2 and put them on my Steam Deck.
Now, see, that's a good way to do it because you have control sticks there and they can't stop you. Um,
Damn right.
Unfortunately, I didn't have that option, and controller isn't an option on Steam. So I had for that specific game. It's available for Max Payne 2. So I bought it for my PlayStation, the original Max Payne, and that's where I played it.
As long as you have access.
Um, but
Which
no,
is weird because they don't have 2 on the PSN.
they do not. They do not. They will soon though, because they are in the process of working on remaking 1 and 2.
Yes. I think it's coming out as one game.
And I'm okay with that. I am okay.
I am
with that.
too.
In fact, I have this weird feeling they're going to find a way to tie it actually into
the connected universe.
The connected universe.
I hope so. That would be dope.
See, what I really want is I want them to get their rights back from Quantum Break so they can officially tie it in. Because, like I said, we know it's secretly canon. We ain't stupid.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to go into.
Because the time paradox issue is also referenced in Control.
So I don't know if you're far enough in the. Sorry, guys, this is totally going off on a tangent. I don't know how far you are in Max Payne, or not Max Payne, in Alan Wake 2, where they start to talk about Barry.
Right.
And what Barry's doing.
Yeah.
How he joined the Blessed group or whatever.
Right. Yeah, no, I already figured that out.
The Blessed dude is totally going to end up being the other guy from Quantum Break.
I can see it.
The big bad. The big bad. Who I can't think of his name right now.
The guy that starts off as your friend.
Yeah. Because you and him and your brother were working on that thing together, and then your brother disappears, and he invites you there to show you, and then everything hits the scene. You've played the game.
And unfortunately, we got to get through one probably extremely mediocre fucking Control game before we get
Oh, dude, Control Resonance going to be dope.
It looks like shit.
It looks like Control.
No, it looks like a fucking action wannabe fucking Melee game. Fuck that, dude. Just give me guns.
It's going to be an action RPG.
Just give me guns.
It's going to be great.
I don't want to fight with a fucking pole. Give me a gun. Like, that's what Control is for me.
You'll be fine.
And I don't even want to be her stupid ass brother. I'm getting stuck. I'm tired of Remedy forcing me into other people in their fucking games. Let me just play with the characters you provided me the first time. That's what sequels are, goddammit. Quantum Break 2, you're going to play as fucking Ronald Jackhammer. And it's going to be like, who the fuck is this?
You're going to play as Ati, the janitor.
Listen, that is the only exception, okay? If they ever let me play as Ati, I am locked in. Locked in.
Oh shit.
No, I'll play Control too, and I actually probably will enjoy it because I'm usually better at actual action games anyways. Because I struggled with Control.
Fine. You struggled with Control?
The actual gameplay of it, yeah.
Oh.
I beat it.
I would have platinumed that game. Well, I platinumed everything but the last expansion because one of the upgrades I needed to completely upgrade everything fell off the side of the boss area I was fighting it on, and you can't farm that material anywhere but through the bosses.
Nice.
And I didn't want to play through the entire fucking DLC again.
So, there is one side boss that you don't need to beat that I tried to beat my first playthrough, and it's the reason I uninstalled it the first time I tried to play it because it made me angry.
Which item of power was it?
It wasn't even an item of power. It was a fucking giant zombie plant in the basement. And you're in this room because it's where all the spores are.
Yeah.
And you're in this room, and it's like this giant Venus flytrap thing in the middle of this room. And
I remember it.
It's constantly like breathing shit at you, and you have to dodge it. But then, like, I don't know, dude. I could not, no matter, like, I got to the same point every single time, and it like would one-shot me. I had all my upgrades, and I didn't.
had the problem with the spores and stuff as well.
I didn't know what I was doing wrong.
That I ended up doing that area the very last. Um, and by that time, I was so overpowered, I just ran right through it.
Yeah, I had all my stat upgrades and shit though, so I don't know what was wrong.
I don't either.
It was making me so mad because it feels like there's a point where you have to like it's like a damage rush and you have to do so much damage before you die, and I
Hmm.
just could not because and I think a part of the problem is it's not just doing damage, you're still trying to dodge all the extra shit he's throwing at you.
Yeah,
So
you have to dodge the spores because the spores really fuck you up.
right, so yeah, no, I the first time I tried to play through the game, that was the point where I uninstalled it because I was like, fuck this game. Like, and it wasn't just like I tried once or twice. I was like, man, I can't do this, dude. I tried this fucking boss for like 6 or 7 hours and could not beat it.
And that game is open ended, so you can go anywhere at any time. So you could run into that area very early on,
right.
and if you get like bogged down by it, it could totally derail your entire playthrough. I understand.
So I
That's why
uninstalled
I
it.
eventually left it alone.
I uninstalled it. I didn't play it for about 2 years, and then I reinstalled it. And I was like, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and beat this fucking game. I didn't go in the basement. I was like, I don't need to be here. I know it's an optional boss. Fuck that. I think
Yeah,
I
I
went.
did. I did everything.
I
I,
went.
I got really deep into it.
I went to the basement for the not optional main story mission that sends you down there to talk to old girl. And then I left because I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I got every collectible. I did
Well,
everything, and like I said, I
you're
would have platinumed all three things, but
you're a Remedy fan in the same way that I'm an Assassin's Creed fan, so I can understand that.
no matter what they put out, I will play it.
No matter what they put out, you'll play it, and you will try to do everything you absolutely can. Um,
Maybe it has to be fun.
I'm not saying I haven't. Listen, there has only been one Assassin's Creed game I didn't have fun in. One. One.
Odyssey.
Yes. Hate that game with a passion. I have literally enjoyed even the stupid 2D side scrolling ones. I have enjoyed every other Assassin's Creed game that has come out to some degree. Even 3 that I hated the first time I played it, went back and played it a couple years ago, absolutely had a blast in it. Black Flag, even though it's still one of the worst Assassin's Creed games of all time, great pirate game though, still had a blast playing it because it's a great pirate game.
It is a very fun game.
Um, so yeah, no, I can play. I enjoyed Shadow. Shadows. I enjoyed Valhalla way too much. 150 hours I think in that game, and I was mad that it was over. Um, although I was glad Shadows was over. It was weighing on me. Um, Mostly because of their castles. I don't like their castle system in that one. Uh, I loved Unity. Loved Syndicate. Well, honestly, loved everything Unity and before. I'm just a fan of the old style of Assassin's Creed. I thought Mirage was good.
Yeah, I wish they'd go back to the old style.
They tried, no one bought it. Mirage did not sell very well.
They so number one, they released it in a weird cycle of it. They totally marketed it as just like a placeholder because Shadows got delayed.
Well, okay, I guess Mirage did actually sell well. My bad. I was wrong. Um, it had over 5 million players within its first 3 months that it came out, and then it reached over 10 million by late 2025. So Mirage
Oh
has
yeah,
done well.
yeah, that's not
I guess
a
since
failure at all.
I didn't hear very
Well,
many people.
depending on how much it cost to make, which probably wasn't very much.
No, it was originally designed to be DLC for Valhalla. And then they just kept expanding on it and decided to make it its own game. Story's good. It just wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to you since you haven't played Valhalla. I don't. Well, it might. You wouldn't understand the very beginning, like the first 3 minutes, but afterwards, then it doesn't matter.
Let's say I can watch a recap. God damn it!
But Mirage is fun. I would suggest if you wanted something that actually felt a little more old school Assassin's Creedy, that's the route to go. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
they encourage you to not fight because actual fighting in that game is hard. It's all about being sneaky, sneaky, sneaky,
Sneaky, sneaky, sir.
and it is. I would also suggest if you have not done so to go back and play Assassin's Creed Rogue. It was so much fun.
Rogue was one of the ones on PSP.
No, Rogue was the one that came out at the exact same time as Unity,
But was on the previous systems.
but it was on the previous gen systems.
Okay.
They
Because they did two, right? They did Rogue, and what was the other one?
Rogue and Unity came out at the exact same time.
But wasn't there another one that they did on the previous systems as
No,
well?
no, it was just Rogue and Unity. They both came out on the exact same day.
I know what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the console release of the PSP version of Liberty or Liberations.
Oh, Liberations, which they package for free now with the purchase of whichever game that it is tied to.
3.
4? 3?
3.
3.
Because it's more of the colonial bullshit.
Right. But yeah, no. I went back, so I bought Rogue on Xbox 360 because I was starting to work on collecting the Assassin's Creed games physically again. But then they released it. They re-released it digitally for everything. So I went ahead and bought it on PlayStation, and I played it and really liked it. It is actually, so I had only heard, because since it came out at the same time as Unity, no one talked about Rogue. No one, because Unity was the hot topic because of how bad Unity was when it first came out to everybody, because it was broken.
And Rogue was more of the ship mini game and all that stuff too, and a lot of people were kind of done with that by then as well.
Which the ship minigame did not. Trust me, as someone who hates ship battles in Black Flag, uh, the ship battles in Rogue did not bother me because it wasn't as
big
much
a part of the game
in the forefront. Like, that's one of the things that annoyed me with Black Flag. If you remember, I didn't like that the ship missions were like primary missions and you had to complete them to move forward.
Oh yeah, because you're in the middle of the fucking Caribbean. You that's kind of
I
important.
I got stuck on one mission that legit wouldn't let me play it because my ship wasn't leveled up enough. So then I had to go back around and do things to level up my ship. And that's one of the things that I absolutely hated about Black Flag. Which wasn't as big a deal the second time I played through because I knew going into it that I should probably level up my ship as I played the game. So it made it less tedious. And then I overleveled it for all those segments, so that's fun. But yeah, Unity was doing so bad. Went back and played it or played. I didn't hear anything about Rogue. Everything that was talked about was about Unity and how bad it was, but how great people like. It's weird. It depends on who you ask, obviously. Finally, it was within the last couple years, I went back and played Rogue. And like I said, I had a lot of fun with it. Had actually my favorite chase scenes in the entirety of the Assassin's Creed series. And they're not technical chase scenes. You're not chasing after somebody. You're running from something that's happening. But they were a lot of fun. Really well done. Anyways, we've diverged. We've bullshit.
That's our tangent for the night.
Yes. Video games. We could also do an entire podcast about that.
We really could.
So anyways, we love you guys. We'll talk to you next time. Deuces.
Later.